see if this is gonna work. Is it working? Yeah. Alright. Let's do it. Alright. I don't see it on my channel. Interesting. Just checking this on my phone. Oh, okay. Advertisement. And here we go. Okay, sick. It works. I learned my lesson from last time. I think I'm not going to rely on this to look at the chat. So I'm probably gonna look at the chat only on the YouTube live stream page, which is on a separate computer, which makes it a little difficult because I'm looking at this computer. So I have to turn and like distract myself from what I'm doing to be able to look at that. But anyways, just spontaneously streaming because I was working on an idea and I was like, I honestly should stream this just because it's interesting, I think. And I should stream more, I think. I feel like there's only good to be gained from it. So what I've done, what I've been working on today, I guess, really, is I made a new model on handprints. So basically I am interested in making like these morphing hand print shapes that I can animate. Also, please let me know if there's any issue with the audio or likewise with the video. So I can just show an example. Literally, I can just press generate with this prompt that I've already set up here. And it should be able to show me 8 images that are completely new, never before seen, of these black handprints on a solid white background. That's it pretty much. But of course AI is really struggles with hands. So as you can see here, I'll try to make it bigger. Really struggling to make something realistic. So yeah, I basically am taking the best looking ones, the most realistic looking hands, and then dropping them over here to the image to image tab, and using the same exact prompt, doing a loop back script, so 32 images, or 32 times the output image is going to be looped back into this, for it to create a morphing hand over time, which you can probably see right here. So that's the idea, because when you take those frames, okay, let me move this, here we go. When you take those frames, put them all together, well, now you've got a morphing hand animation. And let's see, everything's still going good. Okay. And I want to make a few of these. That way I can use them as assets. And it's helpful that these are on white backgrounds because I can easily key that out. So as you can see, that's a white handprint. And in theory, I could put it just fine on top of another thing, and it would show through. So there's transparency which is important. So yeah, if I press play, that's basically what it looks like. I don't know why when I try to make it full screen on this monitor, it looks like that. But yeah, I'm not satisfied with the this is the most interesting animation I've been able to make so far, because the hands, I mean the fingers, at least the pinky and the thumb, are kind of like shifting position, which is something I wasn't really able to get with the other animations for some reason. So I think this one I would consider as a success. I wish I could make this bigger for you. Hey. But I really wanna. I was trying to generate similar animations that have this morphing finger, so we can try to do that very shortly. Let's see what results I was getting with this latest batch that I was generating in the image. This one's not bad actually, except for the fact that it just did a 6th finger there. I don't know why there's such a leap in these frames. But maybe that's okay. I don't know what. I guess I could. I'm just gonna bring them into a folder and then drag them into the timeline, and we'll see if I can work with this. So, got the frames. I'm gonna drag them onto the timeline. Sick. Oh, I'm also gonna paste the link to the this album that's playing in the background. I'm gonna try to do that. I always struggle to find good, like, usable music. Yeah, I do know how to full screen on Premiere, but it just, there's some glitch happening with my setup, and I don't really feel that bothered to fix it. So if I just go to the frames that are causing the issue here, this one, just delete that, delete this, delete this, delete this. What? How big of a gap, or how big of a jump is this? That's quite big. I feel like there's a way. Like, you know how when you interpolate frames, there's like a half frame that's being generated? Am I crazy for thinking that I could, like, find a compromise between this frame and that frame? Let's find out if I am crazy. The way I would do this, I would go into the Deforum tab in Stable Diffusion, just go straight to Frame Interpolation, find the relevant, first open this drop down, go to Pix to Interpolate. So I need to find the 2 frames that I want to kind of create an in-between frame. So it's this one and this one. I'm just gonna, to be safe, make a folder and just copy them into that folder, so that way... Oh, I already lost them. This frame and that frame. So I copy these 2. Yeah, I'm sometimes this is so mental. Why is this frame like showing up? There we go. Okay. Got these two frames, put them here, and then just press interpolate pictures. It's gonna be a very short process because it was literally just 2 frames the software had to look at. And I should be able to look at this. Whoa. What on earth is this? I'm confused. Maybe I'm in the wrong folder. It's gotta be... yeah. Okay, those are some ugly in-between frames, not gonna lie. I'll try a different engine. See if we get something salvageable. I've never tried this before. Not really a success. Okay. I'm sure there's some AI software out there that could bridge the gap between a frame like this and a frame like that and make it look pretty seamless. Otherwise, I don't know. Is it worth trying to keep those together? I mean, that jump is not that bad. I don't know. It could be cool. Anyways, I'm just gonna generate more frames to work with. So, let me look at, are there any usable handprints over here? None. They all look terrible. Let's see. I'm making this similar, similar to the butterflies, except the butterflies I was doing a slightly different workflow. Because the butterflies themselves were not AI generated. They were basically, I stole them from a nature documentary. And then I rotoscoped them out of the frame, I mean the shot. So I just had the butterfly isolated on, I mean just by itself, which is possible with rotoscoping and Rotobrush 3.0 now in After Effects. And then I was taking those and processing each frame with AI to restylize it in a sort of way. And I didn't really make that much progress on the last stream I did, but later on I did. And also if you watch like the media offline video, you can see glimpses of some butterflies that look like they've got that sort of branch-like texture on them, and that's AI for sure. Yes, I did steal. Sunglasses emoji is the appropriate response. And as for flow frames is actually, I think, the same thing that this is doing. If you notice this RIFE algorithm engine, flow frames has that too. Flow frames does not have the film engine, and so at this rate, I feel like I'm going to be using this instead of flow frames to interpolate things. But where was I? So that hand looks pretty, the first one looks pretty nice, so I can just send that directly to the image to image tab. And I've been trying to use a denoising strength of 1, just to create as much variety as possible. Also, I hit generate, but I might regret that because I might not have been ready in my folder. I'm also really lost in my own folders. Need to go to images. That's not that. It's this. So here they come one by one. That's a really bizarre morph. That's not really what I was going for, but I will hold out on it and see if it does something. See, it's doing 4-finger hands. Not really what I want. But I will still wait. 6-finger hand. AI really struggles with hands. Not to mention stylized hands, like I'm trying to do. So it is kind of funny to see, like, mutant hands for a split moment. But this is not going well, so I'm just gonna interrupt this. So I've been experimenting with trying to make the denoising strength pretty high, and now I'm gonna reduce it in the hopes that it doesn't produce so many mutant hands, because the starting hand is just fine. It's 5 fingers. Looks realistic enough. Again, not very promising. So I guess I'll have to reduce the denoising strength yet again. So I'll interrupt that. I've been having luck with like less than 0.84. Don't know why. But I will delete these frames again and hit generate. Do I know how to hand? I know how to hand. What's this? Have you considered selling some high-res VHS CRT textures? I am considering it, but not like, I don't know when I'll get to that point. That's my answer. I'm thinking about other things. Oh, right. Okay. So this is much better. Where is this noise coming from? That's weird. I guess it's the noise multiplier, but I used that on previous batches and I didn't have this issue. The mysteries. So we'll wait for this to finish. Oh yeah, thanks. I appreciate that you think my textures are cool. Hopefully in this stream we will get to doing that. I'm just trying to make some base material to apply some analog video texture on. So if you stick around, we will be doing that. We'll be having some fun. Look at these 4-finger hands. What on earth is happening? So I will consider that a failure. I'll still put it in, like, I'll just call it fail. And we'll generate another batch. Maybe I would benefit from, like, next time training a model that has different hand configurations, but again, that's how much more different can you get from, like, just a palm print? I don't know. This is just a really niche concept anyways. Let's see how this batch is doing. Promise I won't be making hands the whole stream. I'm just really interested by this. I also wanted to make these hands into forum, but if you watched my Rorschach inkblot video, I basically had the same problem I talked about there, where I couldn't really get it to work in Deforum. And I don't know why. I still haven't figured that out. I've had problems with using certain LoRa's in Deforum that aren't even mine, like that I downloaded, and I still get that issue. So I could try to do that, but that would probably derail the stream for a moment, because I'm certain it's not gonna work the first try, and I'm gonna just spend the whole time trying to troubleshoot why, and I don't know how entertaining that would be. So maybe I'll do that, not during a stream. We're almost there. If I add 4 fingers to the negative prompt, I guarantee it's not gonna work. You can try, but I don't really think AI works like this. At least not this stable diffusion in its current form does not really work like that. There's definitely a new AI, new stable diffusion model, I guess a stable diffusion 3 that's not publicly released yet, but they apparently have text prompt understanding. So in that case, yes, it would probably actually help to put 4 fingers in the negative prompt, and it would know exactly what I'm talking about. But we can try. We can try. I'm gonna bring the noise multiplier up a little bit. Why did I write negative? 4 fingers. That's what I meant. And then I turn the denoising strength up, and I guarantee it's still gonna produce 4 fingers. I'll just, yeah. Who's gonna place bets here? How much storage do I have? On this laptop, I have 2 terabytes, which is a lot. More than I've had on a single laptop. But I have like... I just ordered my 5th 4 terabyte hard drive recently, which I use just for backups of stuff. I'm honestly surprised I don't have more. I'm kind of the person who might delete the ProRes file of like a long video, just because I know. See, 4 fingers just appeared. Another 4 fingers. I'm pretty sure. What I was saying. There's no need for me to keep like a long ProRes file when I know I could just easily render it again from the source footage that I know I have saved and backed up. So that helps to reduce space. But yeah, despite having 4 fingers in the negative prompt, we're generating hella 4-finger hands. So, myth busted. And same deal with any number of fingers. Let me interrupt that. Try again. But if you notice, looking back at this one that I consider successful, it's interesting. It's an interesting animation, but it doesn't have that same movement that I'm seeing in an animation like which one was it? This one. I don't know. Tell me you see the difference. Here, I'll bring it over here. Whoa. It's got those moving fingers. Maybe it's just a tiny detail that only I'm noticing, but this compared to this, I don't know. I think this one was just this one right here was a really lucky animation. That's really what I was trying to go for. Close to it. Okay. Just gonna try to render a few more hands using a different starting frame. That one's kind of interesting. I'm pretty sure it would result in... Let's find out. Bring this down. And let's go for it. I'm gonna put the link to this stream, share it on the interwebs, live streaming. Animating hands. Or whatever. X or Twitter or whatever it's worth. Whoa. This has like a grunge background sort of look. Like, what on earth? And 6 fingers. It's not a good sign. It's kind of cool, but not what I'm going for, and definitely doesn't make it usable for keying. So that's, I will consider a fail. Fortunately, I can render these really fast, these frames, so I can just keep going at it. Because I recently started using Stable Diffusion Forge, the UI, which apparently is marginally faster. As you can see, I'm rendering each frame in a matter of 4 seconds. So there's that. It's pretty quick. So some people, I'm pretty sure, that's such a ridiculous finger. I'm almost like I should just roll with these 4-finger hands. It's funny just how confident the AI model is at this being a hand. It's literally I don't know what to call it, but it's pretty funny. I used to do this process manually, and now AI has saved my life. You can maintain visual continuity. It's true. You really can. That's all I've been trying to do, is to create these just really subtle animations that otherwise would take a lot of manual labor to do. So I'm getting the impression this was not the best source image to start with. And I'll try another one. That one, didn't I already use that, or am I imagining things? Alright. Back to it. I feel like I already used this. I'm just gonna check. How similar is this one looking to this one? That was... whatever. Okay, I'm gonna delete these. This one looks pretty good. Could be interesting. Alien hands, it's true. Hell yeah. I just don't know where this noise came from. Wasn't getting that before. I had these, which I rendered yesterday, including this animation, which actually looks pretty cool. I think at first when I rendered this, I was like, I don't really like this. But when you look at it up close, the sort of texture that's morphing, I think there's some potential if I like zoomed in on it really close in Resolume and then processed that with analog, that could actually look pretty cool. So that's something I will note. I'm gonna just leave that for there. I don't know why I was trying to move it anywhere. Pretty sure I've animated those already, as in put them on the timeline here. Okay. Oh! Look at how it tried to make a sixth finger out of the blue. Nobody asked for this finger. Still is interesting enough to use, I think. Alien hands. Yeah. I think it would be kind of a funny move if I like made a visual for a song and it was only 4-finger hands instead of what you would expect. That could be kind of funny. I will think about that. What to do? So I'll take maybe these frames, looking pretty lively despite this momentary sixth finger. I think it's okay. It's kind of moving around the frame and I like that. So if I take all of these frames, drop them into the interpolation, and then I usually do 2 times interpolation at 24 FPS. I always forget which algorithm is best. on material like this, like this black and white high contrast sort of stuff. Also, I never know which folder I'm supposed to be looking at. I really should name them. Or somebody help me. Okay, it is this one. It just rendered so fast, I didn't expect it to be done. Also, like, that's kind of cool. I kind of want it to be slower. I'll try a different algorithm as well first. So it's definitely gonna appear here. Let's see. Sick. It looks exactly the same as the other one, so anyways, I'm gonna increase the interpolation factor. See if we get something even better. Because I want it to be slow, but again, I know I'm not gonna get something I really like. Like, the thing I don't like about this sort of interpolation is I feel like I can still really see something about the visual continuity that's happening. I feel like it's jumping from frame to frame still, and the in-between frames just don't feel like real frames by themselves. You know what I mean? So if these are the real frames that were just generated from the interpolation, I mean, like, I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one seeing that. I don't know. I feel like it just doesn't. What do you think looks better? Like, this sort of morphing hand. I'll play it again. This. Or something that's a little choppier. Like this. I personally like the choppier animation, and I think that's what I'm gonna stick to. But I really, like, if it's gonna be smooth, it has to be really smooth. And I just don't think I'm able to get that with the workflow I'm trying to do. It looks jiggly. Yes, that's what I'm saying. It does look jiggly. So I'm just going to stick with the original plan. Bring this to Premiere. Alright. So I'm just looking over the animations I've already made, and I don't see a huge difference between. I'm just gonna put this one way off to the side. There's this one. Don't remember when I made that, and if I already used it in some way. This one is cool. Alright, let's bring the new ones. I don't think I brought any of the ones I made today onto the timeline. Or did I? moving up. Wait, why is there a folder called 3 inside? Okay, I don't need that. Hopefully I won't regret that. Very nice. Oh, I did bring this into the timeline, because yeah. And I probably already brought that first folder in as well. Just have such poor memory. Alright. Bringing that. As well as this one. Into the timeline. Right, finger morphs. This one is a really cool. I've grown to like this one. So I'm gonna nest the sequence. Oh, I need to make more space on the timeline. So just copy it, paste it again, and then reverse the speed. This is a 12 frame per second timeline, by the way. So I go to the beginning of the reversed clip, go 2 frames forward, so that way it kind of doesn't look like it's bouncing too much. You can see I'm scrubbing over the seam I've created in the cut pretty much, and it's not. It looks pretty reasonable. And then I also remove the last 2 frames, so when it loops back again to the beginning, same thing. So that I would consider a completed loop, and I need to just copy and paste the effects to make it have that transparency, which basically I boost the let me turn these off. I kind of boost the contrast a little bit, whites to 50, blacks to -50, the invert to, yeah, invert it, and then Luma key I turn on to, because Luma key in Premiere only, well, I guess it can key out whites, but by default it seems to just key out blacks, so I usually invert it, and yeah, I'm gonna need it to look like this when I bring it into Resolume anyways. So I'm just gonna copy that and paste it into, oh, no effects copied, what happened? Control C, Control Alt V, there we go. Now we've got the hands. Heights. That one's pretty jumpy. I think it can work still. Let's see if there's... Yeah, I agree. I just looked back at the comments from what I was talking about earlier about choppy versus smooth, and choppier definitely looks better. Reverse the speed here. Same process. This is all just manual labor right here. That's what most of editing is, I really feel like, is just manual. So copy, Control Alt V. There we go. That's another one. It's a little shorter, probably because for some reason I had more frames ready to go in this loop. Next, we've got this one. Nest, copy, paste, reverse the speed, delete the first two, delete the last two, nest again, and I'm pretty sure I don't have the effects copied, so I have to copy from the last one I finished, paste the effects again, got another one, and then I might do this one. I guess this one has some noise, and I realized that the music has been looping. Could get tiring pretty soon. I've got a friend who showed me his album, so I'm gonna play that as well. My Energy is the artist name, but without any vowels. Energy. Here, I'll paste the link to that. 2021 album. Copy, album, link. Control D. This should be playing. It's just pretty quiet. Do you have any ideas on how you are going to texture it via analog? Yeah, I do, and I'll show you very soon. It will become clear once I finish making these. Copy, paste, same deal, reverse speed, remove first two, last two. Nest. And paste effects. This is the moment of truth here because there's so much noise in the background that I don't know if it's gonna look. See, you can see a little bit of noise, but it's not a deal breaker for me. Except, yeah, it's fine. I think it's kind of cool if there's a little bit of noise. So now I just need to export each of these individually to DXV files, which are is the video format that Resolume. Oh, I just realized I probably should set the composition or sequence size to 1024 by 1024. Whoa. Scale to. Okay. So what I need to do is I need to make the sequence size in Premiere 1024 by 1024. And the reason why I'm obsessed with this number is because it's the size at which SDXL, the AI model, was trained on, are 1024 by 1024 images. So in general, when I'm working with stuff before like really applying it to Resolume, I need to stick with that just because it makes life easier. So now I can export and it will be correctly proportioned on the canvas. And What shall I do? Where will it go? Here, I'll just put it in the handz model folder and I'll sort that out later. What's it called? Handz. Keep it simple enough. Hand 01. I'm gonna send it to media encoder so I can, while that's opening up, I can start queuing up the next ones. Hand 02. Media encoder is still opening, so I'm just gonna wait for it to open. What? What do you mean cryptocurrency sponsored? Send to media encoder. This is not, sorry, I'm just trying to figure out, what folder did I put these in? There, I want it in this folder. Okay. There we go. And 03. Or hand, rather. Control M. Hand 04. Again, all manual labor. Hand 05. Hand 06. And 07. That's should be it. I guess I didn't really touch this one. Is it worth it? It's not that special. But maybe it's good to have a not really special hand animation. Play it. Alright, I'll make the 8th one. Sorry, almost there. Nest. Control C. Control Alt V. And that is our 8th and final hand loop. Ready to go. And now we can just press export on all of them, and one by one they are going to be exported. So I guess well, I need a stretch, honestly. And We've been going for almost an hour. That's just fine. I need to drink some water. I've got my bottle just on the ground. Did I share this album link? I did. Okay. I've got my glitch device. I'm just checking if I turned it on or not. I did. Okay, they all rendered. They should all be in the handz folder. Wherever that folder is. Handz. Cool. So now I can open up Resolume Arena. However long that's gonna take. I can go ahead and close Stable Diffusion. Oh, and it's gonna make a black screen. I know exactly why. Sorry, this black screen is going to go away. Virtual output. Yes. Let me just check everything is all good with this composition that I've made. I think I might just make a new composition. I just need to copy some effects over or at least save some presets. Save Bloom 1. Save Bloom 2. Alright. New composition. And, oh yeah, I realized you could not see any of that while I was doing that. Okay. What the hell? Okay. So I've got my hands. Just gonna bring them into this blank composition. Here they are. Playing. So my 8 hand animations. So what I will do, you see how I have 3 outputs. One is obviously the, oh, I guess this is a little more confusing. So display 1 is the main display on my laptop. Display 2 is what you're seeing, this interface. Display 3 is the, I think it's the output to my analog setup. When you export from media encoder that lows the quality Why would media encoder lower? What do you mean? The encoding settings are the same. Where was I? Okay. So I have my displays. So if I send... Oh, what I need to do first... Sorry, this is chaotic. I'm just like reconstructing this a little bit. So I make a new group. And I'll make another new group. And why not a third? Is that necessary? No. So the first group is what is going to be sent to the analog gear, which is the hands. So I'm just gonna go... it really doesn't help that I forgot which display is my analog and which one is this display that you're looking at right now. So I'm gonna have to find that out by bringing this USB capture, and this right here is the upscaled output of my analog video, which I've already set up. So this is gonna be display 2. Nope, that was wrong. Display 3. So you can see it's making a feedback loop. That's because it's the input source is group 2, which is the same group that has the USB HDMI capture. So if I change it to group 1 now, all of a sudden it's the hand. And this will be display 2. My bad, I actually don't need any output display. Whoa. I got rid of all my progress. So, this, what you're seeing right here, this really faint hand, that's the glitched hand right there. And what I normally do, this will be enlightening, I'm sure, but honestly, it's kind of hard to explain. So I'm kind of just gonna fucking do the thing. This music is crazy. Group monitor. Okay. Group 2. So master effects. Okay. I don't know why it's so dim still. This is kind of what's being sent analog. This is what I'm getting. Oh yeah, I know what must be done. Solid color. Oopsies. Black. Luma key. So now I'm like really getting that contrast look, and then the real thing that will make this pop off. We'll be adding these two. So that's a little bit brighter. His hand. really helpful for me to be doing this from scratch, because I had this all set up in a different composition, but I just kind of was in a set it and forget it sort of mentality. But now I really want to kind of make sure that I myself get what's happening. Look at that. That's pretty cool. So, play around with my glitch device just to kind of... Media encoder renders videos to work with in a... No, media, that's not what media encoder is for. Media encoder is for rendering videos in batches and converting videos and other files into different file formats. Perhaps you have that impression because somebody you know, I don't know, uses it for that reason, but it can be used for lots of different things. The encoding settings that you can set in Premiere, you can also set in Media Encoder. So, oh yeah, I don't have any of my controls mapped because, oh yeah, it's a new composition. But what I've really been trying to hone in on is this really grainy sort of look. You can see, I don't know how visible that is with the compression on the stream, but I can see it. It looks pretty good. By the threshold. Strength this threshold. Now it's starting to have that glow. See, even if I blur it too, or make it the bloom bigger, it kind of somehow makes it even more fine. I don't know why. Something about it. I'm gonna try something, because I wanted to make this texture have some sort of color. Whoa. Unexpectedly green. So if you make it just slightly I don't know, not really super noticeable. What I'm doing is I'm boosting the chromatic aberration, which is making it have that sort of like old-fashioned 3D glasses sort of effect. See, it looks like it's like a digital TV or something. Whatever. Is Resolume just an interface for all of your equipment? I mean, you could look at it that way. I guess. But it's also it's got all these software effects. So I'm using both hardware and software at the same time. So one really complements another. Not everything I do is with hardware. So I'm already pretty satisfied with how this is. With how this is looking. Like, I'm just turning one knob. You can't really see it, but on my it's called a premium cable by a Big Popper. modified circuitry, and by turning one knob, I'm kind of like able to get this interesting look, I think. So what I could do now is kind of arrange a little bit of a composition. And I also am seeing in my head, I want to make like a real format sort of thing. So how to start with that? Like, I'll rotate it so that way when you turn your head and you look at it like in the vertical format, the hand is it looks like it's the way it's supposed to be. Ooh, I realize I'm gonna need to make a lot of layers in this group if I'm gonna have multiple hands showing, which is fine. Just make this little composition look weird with so many layers. But there's no right or wrong way to do things in Resolume. Does Resolume yeah, of course, yeah. Resolume doesn't require like any hardware. Like literally everything that you're seeing on this interface, I mean that's what Resolume is. So the thing that's produced by hardware is the texture that which I'm known for, like this analog video stuff, but I'm doing a lot more than working with hardware by this point in my life. Considering that I'm literally streaming, which in of itself requires a computer. So I almost feel like the thing I should do if I want to maximize or get what I'm seeing in my head, I need to arrange these hands. Instead of doing this in Resolume, I need to do this prior to bringing the hands in, maybe in After Effects. Can make like a sort of a long, I can even show you, there's a wonder where it is. Hands. I made this, right? This this is what I'm sort of talking about. Like I could have this be scrolling. Except this time with the animated hands. Yeah. That's probably what I need to do, but I'm feeling really lazy. And I don't want to do that. But I know I must. Maybe, I don't know. All 7 of you who are watching. Does that sound like a fun time? How am I feeling, most importantly? I think I can go a little longer. Yeah, might as well just open After Effects. I'm gonna save this as hands. And just wait for After Effects to open. Where is it? Aha. Okay, so I'm just gonna close Resolume. New project. New composition. Let's see. I need the height of it to be 1920, width by 1080. I don't know why the duration's already set to that, but it does not need to be that long by any means. I think it can just be 30 seconds. It's gonna be shorter, but... Oh, hands. And... Here we go. Getting a first-hand account of how I handle the hands. We are here to accompany you. Thanks guys for being the additional voices I hear in my head all the time. I also think I should make this composition even taller, because if I want to do like a scrolling thing in Resolume, I'm gonna want the what do I call it? I'm gonna want there to be new material appearing on screen when I scroll the image. So I need to make the composition taller. By how much? I don't know. Maybe... I was gonna enter 2560, but I think it's not tall enough. 3840, because that's a number that's double 16 by 9. So see, I've got this now very tall composition, which should be enough space to apply 8 different hands onto the thing. Awesome. It looks like one jumbled mess of hands. See this? Because they're all stacked on top of each other. So, see how many creative decisions are being made, needing to be made here. In terms of like, as simple as just placing these hands. Kind of making it aesthetically pleasing. The slow and tedious process. It's not that tedious because I'm like seeing it all come together little by little. Some of these hands I'm gonna want to be flipped, just so they're not all, what are these, right hands? That's not what I meant by flipped. Not upside down. I wanted to be flipped horizontally. -100 I have to enter. There we go. Sometimes, still don't really like After Effects sometimes, but whatever. Here we've got this hand. I think I just need to make them all smaller and kind of space them out just so I can like have a starting point, because it's a bit confusing having them all stacked on top of each other. When I think about hands, I keep thinking about the Maroon 5 album, Hands All Over, if that's what it's called. I think I once bought that, like, when I was a kid on iTunes. I, for some reason, really liked the song Misery. Not having any idea what it was about. So, obviously this is not, like, doesn't look great, but it's a point to start from. It's probably not super visible on the stream. Let me know if the music volume is still any good. No, I mean Maroon 5. I've never really listened to Paramore, honestly. How is Maroon 5 doing these days? What's the public consensus about Maroon 5? Not that I'm expecting anything bad, I'm just like curious. I haven't listened to anything by Maroon 5 in a long time. Same with most artists, but I'm kind of curious if they're still popping off or anything, or what's up. Whoops. Oh, I don't know. It didn't occur to me that I could just like use this resize box. The thing I don't like is how when I'm like it changes the proportions. Anybody know what the shortcut is to preserve it while scaling it up or down? Can I use? Why didn't I see this before in this corner? That makes it so much easier instead of having to try to do it, like move my mouse down to the bottom of the screen. This panel over here. I can't believe after all this time I didn't see that. Suppressing a yawn. It's really, I bore myself to death doing this stuff. But that's the life I chose. No, I'm not bored. It's fine. The parts of making stuff is boring. Low dopamine activities. That's how, to get anything done, just have to power through. Okay. I kind of like having these hands like nestled together like this. Maybe this one's smaller than all the rest, so I feel like I need to come to some agreement about how big these hands should be in general. Hold shift while changing the size. I am, but it's not resizing anything. I've clicked on it, I'm holding shift, I'm dragging a corner, it's not doing anything. I agree. I think oh, you're talking about that album by George Clanton. I've definitely listened to that album years ago. I would love to play it. It's just I know for sure it will make this stream demonetized. The music that I'm playing now, which is the last thing I sent in the chat, is that's my friend in Amsterdam, who has not gotten to the level where YouTube is auto-detecting the music and is gonna demonetize you for it or something. And I asked him if I can use this stuff, so you'd be pleased that I'm using this music. This is pretty banging. Alright. Something about this is not working. Whoa. Such a stimulating track. What was that called? Oh, that was the... Okay, the album is looped back around again. That was the first track on the album. That was just... that's linked. I won't mind playing it, looping it around again. Alright, I think that's gonna do the job. If these are all scrolling. The other thing I wanted to do, there's so many things I can do, is I can just have them fade slowly in and out, like little by little. This is gonna take a lot longer than I thought, but that's always how it is. Who knows, I might be streaming for like 5 hours. And everyone will have died of boredom. And another thing that's complicating this is that all of these clips are different lengths in the composition. So what I need to do is duplicate them so they're longer, so I have a little more time to work with on each of these clips. Oops. Come on. Why is it that when I did a shift drag on all of them, none of them lined up to the end? I thought that's what shift drag was supposed to do. That's so weird. What's the frame rate of this composition? Did I not set it to 12? Oh, I didn't. That could be the problem. I should at least set it to 24, actually. Because that is a multiple of 12, which these clips are all 12 FPS, but if I'm gonna do like a gradual keyframing of the opacity of these, I want to have at least 24 FPS, I think, because I want that to be smooth. Oh goodness, just make them longer, a little more. Yo, here we go. Sweet. Alright, and then I'm just gonna pre-compose these. Right. Another thing I could do, I'll make every other, getting elaborate here, every other clip I'm gonna shift forward one frame, because remember how I said these are all 12 FPS? Now I'm on a 24 FPS composition, so every frame means only some of them are updating, like, which I think will give an interesting effect. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm going frame by frame, and some are morphing, some are not. But I think that could look pretty cool. Could make it more stimulating. I don't know. I think it's only jittering because it's After Effects is just struggling to render all of these at the same time. I don't like how this pinky is kind of running into this one, so something about is there any way to change this? Something about this hand. Why can't I select it? There we go. This one. I think I need to make just a little smaller. But see, that's since that should be fine, honestly. Oh, another thing I just realized, because these are all different lengths, and because I need them to make this whole sequence loop, all of them have to end at the same time. Oh, this is so frustrating. Your brother's ambient EP. Well, just send it to me on Instagram or something. I don't know. Where are we at? We're at over 90 minutes. That's fine with me. I'm determined, because I'm so far into this, I'm determined to get this all done in this stream. So my ears are a little tired from these headphones. Maybe to make them all the same length, I'm just gonna do this time stretch thing. First of all, make them all 15 seconds. So why did it not actually go 15 seconds? Oh, I know why. Because I offset some of them. How long? Yeah. Alright, and I can just make this composition length be 15 seconds, because I know exactly, I now know how long everything is. So, I want to do some opacity keyframing, so maybe over the course of 15 seconds, it can fade in and out. That might be too much. I mean, too long. But we'll see. I'm just dropping keyframes. This is gonna be opacity 0, so you can see, I'll zoom in on it. This hand's starting full opacity, fading out, fading back in. I also want it to look a little more gradual, so of course you can do easy ease in, easy ease. I should really use a shortcut. for this. What is a shortcut for easy ease out? Control Shift F9. Control Shift F9. Did not work. Surprise, surprise. Somebody help me. And then I can go into the graph editor and make it just a little more gradual. There's like a nice curve. As you can see, it's really smooth, fading in and out. And if I play it back in real time, we'll see what it. See, that's really what I was going for. Yeah, very nice. So I just gotta do that 7 more times. And then I'll have something I can actually glitch. So what is the best way to go about it, though? I wonder. There's only 3 people watching, which is alright. Everybody's doing their Sunday thing. I'm doing my Sunday thing, which is apparently to stream. So I don't know what I was thinking. But every day feels like when you're a freelancer. Why did that hand disappear? Which hand is that? Where'd you go? Oh. That's weird. Recomp 1. Why is there all of a sudden no hand on that frame? That's a mystery. There's no hand in that frame either. What did I do wrong? Okay. Okay. Really strange. So the last frame of Recomp 1. Strange. Make it better. I'm just trying to line up this this layer with the ending of all the rest, and I don't know how long it needs to be exactly. So weird. Maybe I'm overthinking. There we go. It's there's got to be a way to copy these keyframes and to paste them as well. Oh, it disappeared completely. Oh, because it matters where the playhead is at. So I'm just gonna keep dragging this handle to, I don't know how far it needs to go, but that seems reasonable. Why does this one feel like it's a longer curve? Oh yeah. We've got a nice oscillation between those two hands. It's the idea, at least. I wish there was a way to like set an equation where it's like there definitely has to be. I just don't know how to do it. Okay, we're almost there. I've got to just copy and paste some keyframes. Which hand is this? This one. My brain is a little bit fried, probably. It's pretty clear at this point. I'm just so determined to finish this. That's half of the hands with some sort of fade. Copy. Okay, if it seems like what's happening is I'm like making these fade in and out in pairs. So that seems pretty simple enough. I want some ambient music. I feel like this is too, the fading looks nice, thank you. What was I gonna play? I'm just gonna play Downstate again. If I can find, that album on Bandcamp. Let's see. I might have to go into the sound settings on this computer to make sure that it appears in the live stream. Let's see. Oh. What shall I play? Play some jungle vibes. Let's see. Hopefully that's appearing in the desktop audio. I don't hear it. Sad face. Ah, there we go, okay. Bet. So I'll just copy the link. That's the album. Let's get back to it. We're so close. We are so close. Let me drink some water. Gotta stay hydrated. Sometimes I think I'm not drinking enough. Enough water. Right. So, before I get lost in the sauce, I've just gotta finish this as quickly as possible. So that's one I'm gonna want to have fading in and out at the same time as the one my mouse is over. The question is, these numbers do not correspond at all with their position visually. So I'm just guessing. Great. And then lastly, I've just got to take these two hands. Sure. This one. Downstate is so good, I don't know how it does it. Pastes. Then we're down to the last hand. Alright, that's all I needed. I should save this as, folder, hands, hand, arrangement, and then now we can export it. Finally! And I'm gonna export it again as a DXV file with alpha. Very important. Actually not that important now. Hand arrangement. Hand derangement. I'm deranged. It's happening. Real in the zone energy. I agree. Downstate is so in the zone. Well, I didn't expect that sound. That's like the best sound ever. Oh my god, the render's done. I'm opening Resolume again now. I can close After Effects finally. And I actually technically don't need all these layers anymore. Remove. Let's see. And I've got my hand arrangement clip right here. And I can rotate it 90 degrees, or negative 90 rather. And then I can do a slide from left to right. So really, I'm gonna make it really... That's not what I meant, that's up or down. Really slow slide. And turn on my glitch device. I don't know why... Oh, I get it now. Okay. There we go. This is like literally all I was trying to do this whole time. Finally. This is amazing. Great music, great visual thing. It's coming together. So I'm just gonna make it like oscillate the scale a little bit. Maybe make it bounce. Whoa. Between 100 and 300? Sine in and out. Maybe I won't make it zoom in that much. I'm like turning my head to see how it will look when it's turned into a reel. I think I could, what I actually should do, no, that's impossible, never mind. I was thinking I could make the composition in Resolume already vertical, but then that's not going to make it possible to, will it? I just realized in my head, as I said that, there is a way to do it. I just have to... Is it worth doing with such little brain power left in me today? Yes. So what I have to do, first I'm gonna save this just to be sure. I'm gonna make the composition, hello, 1080 by 1920. So now it's vertical, and it's screwed up right now because I've got to do something first, and that is to take this slice here. This is so much mathy stuff. So I don't need to rotate it anymore. And the slide effect will actually now need to be still not correct. The X slide needs to be a thing. What? Okay. I was overthinking So when I output this as a slice, I don't know. I think I see what's happening. Rotate the whole slice 90 degrees and just make it fit. Will that work? I think it does. If so, crazy if true. What on earth has happened with this? And then I just have to rotate this clip. Whoa. That it goes for this as well. And think about that. Solid color. Blown out of proportion. 90-degree rotation. Finally, okay. So now I can just like bring this off to the side here and it's nice and visible. Whew, okay, that's all I was trying to do. So now I can see exactly how it's going to look when I record it and how I would want to post it somewhere. I don't know. Looks beautiful. Thanks. I've got some ideas about how this can. Well, it already looks pretty cool, I think. The thing is, you can't really see the morphing when there's so much like glitchiness happening. And I'm wondering if I'm maybe taking the wrong approach here when it comes to the sliding stuff, the sliding effect. Like, I feel like it's taking away from the morphing hand animation, you know? What to do about it? Like that, it's really nice when it's like quite big, like this. But obviously, I'm not showing all the hard work that I did with the stacking the hands and like one big composition. A thought just occurred to me. I could make another layer, and I could copy and paste it again, but this time its position of it is like somewhere else. See, I guess you probably understand what I'm going for right now. In that case, I don't really need any of this fancy scale stuff. Don't need the slide. See, I like that. That's pretty cool by itself. Just leave it. Maybe I'll make it. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Now I can take this. I might flip it. This music is so good. Okay, we're getting somewhere. What else could be added to this? What more could be done? While I think about that, I'm going to add a tint effect. Not this sort of tint. That's a little crazy. More like this sort of tint. And then I guess So I'm just thinking a lot about how to make this composition like the best it could be. Given the tools I'm working with. See, I don't like that the hands are overlapping exactly. But they do look really nice. Like we're almost there. Whoa. I've almost made the hands look like 3D. Also, it's really hard to see the... I can't even speak. Now I'm just turning knobs, just looking at the textures I can get out of this. Maybe the bloom is still a bit much. Like this is more close to what it actually looks like. This bloom effect that I've put on it, it's really wild. What is the... I wonder what the layer itself without any processing. That's what it looks like. I didn't realize it was kind of like that. That's pretty crazy. I should really be focusing on this more than anything. Whoa. It needs to be a little brighter, but okay. Well, now we're... As soon as I said that, I found the knob that would help me with that. That does look really pretty nice. feel like this looks way better than the composition view. This is just exactly the raw output of the analog stuff. So look at that for now. Think about it. Okay, maybe this does need like a slide effect. Not that one though. Slide. And maybe I could turn down the opacity of it. Okay, and I'll do a really subtle slide downwards for this layer. Not what I meant. Slide down. Okay. Maybe I should make them different colors. So this layer is like blue. And this layer is I don't know, red. Cool. This one's not exactly blue, but how does it look on this monitor? The one where I've removed all color. And the tint is not really showing. I don't know what to make of that. Oh, nothing. Again, I still think this looks cooler. I just don't like exactly the colors. So I'm thinking about how I want to like establish. Oh, that looks sick. You know what? I'm just gonna press record. High quality, no alpha, record immediately. I am a fan of the hands overlapping. I'm glad you are. Oh, something's not quite right with the slide. I just now noticed. It's on this layer. The slide needs to go before transform. Not sure if that's solving the problem. I'm also gonna watch this bottom layer, the one that has the bigger hands, for any problems in terms of like cropping. But I think it's good. So I'm just gonna continue. Oh, but it's recording composition. I want it to record the group. Rare, it's pretty rare that happens, but just kind of move the knob a little bit. I'm pretty satisfied with this. It wasn't what I had in my head exactly, but I think it looks pretty cool. And I would be really content to, after recording this for a few minutes or however long, call it a stream and a session. I need to lie down. Whoa, rainbow hands. That's pretty wild. All of that color cycling is literally just the analog video. That's pretty cool. I think that's pretty psychedelic, honestly. Not touching the analog video thing now. I think that's pretty rad. I also just now realized I was not recording the... What does group 2 look like? Because I don't think I've been recording this properly. Nope, that's what I've been recording. Damn it. I should have been recording layer 4. I'll hit record now. Always happens. I'm like doing something cool and then it turns out I was recording the wrong thing, the wrong layer or whatever. This happened to me so many times in the past week. I was like had a really complicated composition that I stacked up a bunch and didn't really pay attention, and I had to re-record things a bunch of times and I was just so frustrated. I was also really hangry. I hadn't eaten lunch yet, and I was like, I just have to finish this before I go eat lunch. But Yeah. Whoa. Whoa, what just happened? I leaned into the table and it stopped doing the thing. Right. I think there's some interesting potential for doing some color grading on this once recorded. The thing I'm thinking about is like reducing the saturation quite a lot, but having a little bit of the colors show through, because this is like really saturated, but I think it could be made to look a lot cooler. Whoa, that's cool. I wouldn't post it, but I think it's pretty cool. This is also nice. Yeah, this is pretty sweet. What's the difference between? Oh yeah, you're like me. I'm like, what was I recording? All right, I will just move this knob a little bit. Also, the album ended, which tells me this is a sign. This is a sign that I should. It just looks so good. I cannot stop recording. I will not break my focus. Like this right here, I would be so satisfied to like use this sort of concept in some visual. Yeah. Sick. All right. I think it's almost time to stop recording this clip. Not the stream. I think there's one more thing I need to do before I end the stream. And that is bring this into After Effects or Premiere, whatever, and then export it as I would like if I were going to post it, which I will after this. Then you can I can be like, hey, this thing I live streamed the making of from start to finish. I don't think I've done that before, so that's cool. If somebody asks me like, how'd you make that, I can literally just send them the link to this stream and be like, here you go. Which I don't know. Maybe I'll do this more. All right. Gonna stop the recording. That's what I needed. So save. Time to open. After Effects, that's my weapon of choice. Do I have any tachyons gear? I do not. Do not have any tachyons gear. I have Big Popper. I have Mescaline. I have coolpics.biz. I'm going to play an album. To play what? Exactly. Play an album called I Wish You Could Still by downstate. I wish you could still make a sound. And we'll paste that into the chat. And new project. Find my captures and layer 4. Just copy pictures, hands layer 4. Hands analog, that's what I'm going to call it. And the composition I'm gonna make will be 1080 by 1920, 30 frames per second, and maybe it will be. Normally, I would like find a song first that I would want to have these hand animation, like kind of at least have something to edit to. But I think it's okay. I'm just gonna find the best moment from this. Jesus, this is... There we go. So... this music I think would be pretty cool. As usual, everything I've been making, almost everything, could theoretically be soundtracked by downstate. That's pretty dope. It gives me like, what am I like seeing in my head that's reminding me of this? It's like, I almost want to say like PBS Kids, some branding from them, PBS. Am I crazy? Does anyone else see what I'm seeing with this hand stuff? Yeah. What is this track even called? Fishing. Fishing. It's lovely. Whoa. Let's see. Maybe I will edit this. This has like such a dreamy vaporwave vibe. It's crazy. I'm kind of trying to take the best moments from this. I feel like maybe, well, I feel like I need to take a break, which means I need to end the stream. But I am really determined to finish this like within the next hour or two, and then you'll see it. You'll see it on Instagram or whatever. But I feel like I've been staring at this screen for too long. So that's gonna conclude the stream, I think. But yeah, thanks for watching. I think somebody will find this useful, and yeah. Peace out.